Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry.
Yeah.
Jayson Tatum's mom demands answers over his lack of Team USA playing time.
Yeah.
Jayson Tatum was benched for the second time in Team USA 95-91 semifinal victory over Serbia. Tatum's mom, Brandy Cole, wants to know why. First, Dick Vitale tweeted, "Someone please let me know is at Jayson Tatum 0 injured, and he hasn't received the playing time you would expect from an all NBA player to get." Tatum's mom responded saying, "No, he's not. But if you find out what's going on, please let me know. Unacceptable, makes no sense." Bob Cousy also blasted Steve Kerr, suggesting that he has some kind of bias against Celtics. Tatum is on the cover of Sports Illustrated this month, and any experts I've read lately have chosen him as one of the top 5 players and sometimes number one in the bleeping world. Nobody said he's the number 1 player in the world, Bob. Slow down. Ain't nobody said that. Not Kerr is telling the world he doesn't agree. In a 40-minute game, if you can find 5 minutes of playing time for somebody on the team without hurting yourself. When Kerr did last week, he was in no danger of losing the game. But in this case, they were down 17 points, and he got to worry about losing the game and then not let Tatum get off the bench. To me, there's a lot to some kind of bias that he has against the Celtics.
Man, it has nothing to do with the goddamn Celtics. It had nothing to do with the Celtics. Did you see the game? Did people actually watch the game? I understand Jayson Tatum and the accolades that he's accomplished. I understand him being number 1 NBA player all team. I understand you winning a championship. I understand that. The style of plays, the fact that we were losing the game by a lot. I think we were down by 17 at some point, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, the nucleus core of the players that we did have in that they were down was Jayson Tatum going to come off the bench and then bring us back. Is he going to be that dynamic of a player and hit out? No, absolutely not. Even with what he's accomplished. So listen, we talked about it before, and I asked you as well. Is it possible for the Kerr to keep everybody happy?
No.
Is it possible?
No,
it's not. But
I mean,
based
the only people that he can keep happy, Ocho, I think Derek White is extremely happy. He's on the team. I think Tyrese Halliburton. The only way you can keep a guy happy, he has to be comfortable, and he had to been comfortable playing that role. Derek White has played all his career without the ball. Holiday, all his career without the ball. Halliburton's like, well, hell, okay, I ain't getting in front of Steph. I ain't getting in front of LeBron. They mainly handle the ball. That ain't happening. I'm cool.
Okay.
But for the most part, all these other guys need the ball.
Okay.
And so I think a lot of turnovers happen because they try to play sometimes, Ocho, too unselfish. Nah, bro, go ahead and take that shot.
I have a question then. How about this? Your basketball in the game, your knowledge of the game of basketball is way better than mine. During that 17-point deficit, who do you sub out and put Jayson Tatum in? I'm being honest. And chat, that goes for y'all too. Who do you sub out during that 17-point deficit coming in the second half? Who do you sub out and put in?
For me, honestly, Ocho, I think sometimes coaches do get caught up in the moment and all they're thinking about, okay, my big guns, LeBron, KD, Steph, Joel Embiid. Because if you look at that game, Joel Embiid got hot, but then down the stretch, LeBron, KD, or Steph, those were the only one that scored, and pretty much they were the only ones that touched the ball.
Took over.
And so at that point in time, Ocho, I'm down. I'm trying to find a combination. And I think I think his mom, I think Bob Cousy is saying, okay, you're looking for combinations. Well, maybe he's one of the combinations that could have unlocked the lock. I'm just, I'm trying to see all sides. I do understand sometimes you get caught up in a situation and you just like, hey, I mean, and like I said, we showed you yesterday the minutes. Those big guns logged heavy minutes.
Yes, sir.
I think Steph played 33 minutes. LeBron played 32 minutes. Book played a boatload of minutes. Even KD played a boatload of minutes off the bench.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
What if how many points did Book have? So maybe
I think Book only had like 4 points.
Okay, then
how many points Book have? He'd have that many. So
how about, so Jayson Tatum could have been in for Book then? No?
Maybe. But I think the thing is, if you look at those guys, they had to dig in, Ocho. Yeah. So you look at the way they locked in defensively. You look at the Kevin Durant sitting in a chair, fighting over picks. Not anything. Book was tenacious defensively. Even Steph. And so I just think that point in time, if I'm going to go down, I'm going down with my big gun.
Swing it with okay.
I'm going down with my big gun.
Right.
I'm going down with Steph, and I know everybody's going to criticize me and say, how could you lose? But I'm losing with Steph Curry. I'm losing with LeBron James. I'm losing with Kevin Durant, and I'm losing with Joel Embiid. Now, who that other piece is, but I'm losing with those four.
That's on Kerr. That's on Kerr.
Okay. I'm losing with those four. So if you go AD, you put Book, I can live with that. But those four guys are going to pay the damn lion's share of the minute in the fourth quarter.
It had nothing to do with no damn Celtics shit, right?
No, hell no.
Yeah, okay. He just threw that in there. Okay.
I mean, but here's the thing, Ocho. How about giving those other teams? Look at what it's taken for us. It took us playing the three best players of this generation, having to log heavy ass minutes
and
just
play
to
defense.
beat Serbia.
And to play defense as well,
Every one of Team USA players is in the NBA.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, only 2 of Serbia's players, of their 12 players in the NBA. And it took Steph Curry going haywire. It took Kevin Durant not missing a shot in the fourth quarter. It took Joel Embiid. It took LeBron James and all of his greatness to win by 4.
Yeah.
But I told you, I remember the first time they played Serbia. I said, Ocho, I was concerned. Kevin Durant was 7 of 7. LeBron James was 5 of 5, and they only had a 10-point lead. Neither guy had missed a shot from the floor. Neither guy had missed a shot from a 3. And you mean to tell me with perfection like that, basically guys are 12 or 13 for 13, and the guys are like 8 for 8 from the 3-point line, and we only got a 10-point lead?
10-point lead, yep.
So I was concerned from the jump.
The way Serbia came out, man, the beginning of that game, I was like, man, what in that? They out there shooting like they playing 2K. They wasn't missing nothing. And the fact that Curry finally had the game we're used to seeing him have in the NBA, but Curry saved the day at the beginning of the game.
If I don't have anything to lose, Ocho, okay, nobody outside of Serbia expected them to win, so I can play free.
Right.
The heaviest thing you can carry if you're an athlete is expectations.
Yeah.
Kids that come from prominent families, the expectations. Because I expect you, I'm a lawyer, your mom's a lawyer or a doctor, your dad is this or your dad is that. And the kids, there's a black sheep. The disdain, what they feel. You're embarrassing this family.
Right.
Expectations. If you're a doctor, a lot of times kids emulate, my dad was a doctor, so I'm a doctor. My dad played sports, I play sports. My mom did this, I'm going to do that. When you don't meet that. And when I have expectations, see, if you'll fuck up your whole life, I ain't got no expect. I expect you to end in prison.
Right.
You've been fucking up your whole life. Right. But, Ocho, when you've been a straight A student and all of a sudden, and you do great things, and then all of a sudden, a streak of bad luck, you get on drugs or something happens.
Yeah.
So the expectations that we have for sports, basketball in the Olympics versus what the others have. Serbia don't win the gold medal. Ain't nobody beating up a yoke. Ain't nobody beating up Bogdanovic. Ain't nobody beating up Havik. Ain't nobody beating them up.
Right.
Let the Americans don't come back with the gold medal.
Oh yeah, it would have been hell, boy. It would have been hell. It would have been hell.
No, I know. You say, well, they were up 17, there's expectations. Of course. When you're up 17, but you didn't have that expectation when you're going into the game. You're like, oh, after you had already gotten beat by 20 points both times. But look, I mean, as a parent, I can just imagine my son, my son being, my son is a damn good player. Now, I don't think anybody said Jayson Tatum is the best player in the NBA. I don't even know if he's top 3. I don't know anybody that's putting him over Giannis, Jokic, or Luka. I don't know if anybody's putting him over those 3.
Right.
I think normally most of the time those 3 are guarded as the 3 best players in the NBA.
Yes, sir.
On a given night, hey, it could be Steph, it could be KD, it could be Shea, it could be LeBron, it could be Ant. I mean, okay, toss it up. Okay. But I think for the most part, Yoke, Giannis, Luka, I don't know how a lot of people outside of Boston. Now, obviously, Boston's going to say he's better than Jordan. He's better than LeBron ever been. Kobe, Steph, KD. That's what they're going to say. They're going to say he's better than Larry Bird and Russell. So I take what they say with a grain of salt.
Right.
But with that being said, I'm sure it's frustrating for him. It's frustrating for his mom because this is not what you envision.
You want to contribute in some kind of fashion. Definitely,
you do.
Definitely,
of course.
Based on the kind of year that you've had so far. Not only when you win an NBA championship, now you get to represent your country in Paris at the Olympics, and you haven't really been able to contribute the way you'd like. I mean, I said I thought maybe it didn't bother me as much, but hearing the comments after you had to sit down the first time, and then you told me about pride. You gave me that speech on pride and wanting to be a part of something special like this, and then really not having any contribution when we do win gold. Yeah, I'm sure you'll probably come out and speak about it after the fact.
Ocho, when your parents, somebody close to you, let's just say for the sake of argument, you and Rail was dating when you played in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
and Rail get on a pod and she go on somebody's show. I don't know what's going on. They ain't throwing Ocho the ball. What are people gonna think, Ocho?
I'm telling her they ain't throwing me the ball. Pillow talking. Oh, snap. That's a good one.
Tell me the time you've ever heard Jayson Tatum's mom retweet or speak. I ain't even know his mom's name. I ain't gonna even lie. Not to say that I know his dad's name, but I'm just saying, have you ever heard her retweet something or chime in?
No.
So
it had to come. It had to come from somewhere.
Maybe people from Boston. Maybe people that know JT have heard her tweet or say something, but I never have. So this is kind of out of character,
right?
Given the circumstance. That's what I say. I mean, if you hear my sister say something, you automatically know people gonna assume, oh, that came from Shannon or my brother. So that's why I've always told athletes, one of the things I tell them, I say, be careful. I say, because your friends and your family, they speak for you. Because even if you didn't say it, the masses will believe that you did.
Yeah.
So
that's a good
it's tough. It's tough.
You think Kerr be forced to play him?
Kevin Durant going into the starting lineup tomorrow.
Why wouldn't he be?
He's coming off the bench. He's been coming off the bench. So that just goes to show you the importance of this ball game. Those guys, they might log 34 minutes.
Yeah, listen, France is not the same. France is not as dangerous as Serbia
on home
is.
Soil. They're on home soil. Every dog fight hard in his backyard.
And ain't got nobody shooting like them Serbians, boy. I mean, we
the Serbians didn't shoot like that before they got against the Americans.
Every game is about matchups and personnel.
It's
gonna be. I know. What time they play?
What time is that game?
Like 12:30, maybe 12 o'clock.
12:30.
Okay,
our time.
8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, 12:30. It's 3:30 your time.
No, I got my flight to Vegas at 6 a.m.
Oh, okay, yes, 12:30 here.
Yeah.
KD Twitter fingers was ready to go after USA needed a comeback win to beat Serbia in the Olympic semifinals, which led Nuggets fan bragging about Jokic annoying KD. To all y'all Nuggets fans, nobody gives a who y'all lames believe is the best player in the league. Players got major respect for Jokic. We don't worship him like y'all do. Most of us are in awe of his brilliance. Trolling you cornballs for rooting against us. Trolling you cornballs for rooting against us is a part of the game. Deal with it. Let's talk about fan culture that's been created recently. A lot of huge egos who believe they're the reason for the advancement of the sport. A lot of idol worship. A lot of people hate and division based off wins and losses. A lot of disrespect of the work being put in by these incredible athletes, mostly by people who don't know what it takes to be good at anything besides talking. Go do something and get out the way. KD wasn't done. That's what y'all do. Y'all clowns use players to push these corny agendas y'all got. This is the brotherhood, fam. You're not part of it. It's a problem now because social media got you clowns walking around with your chest out like you mean something. You don't. Your takes don't matter.
I mean, listen, that's what social media has done.
Yes.
It's given everyone a voice. It's given everyone a voice to state their opinion, to build narratives, to cheer for their fans, to tear down other players. I mean, it is what it is. It's the era we're in right now. But, you know, their fans' takes really don't mean nothing. I think I like KD and the fact that he's one of the few players that chimes in. He'll talk to you on Twitter and he'll clap back at you on Twitter. You know, many of our elite players like that are subdued. They don't talk much. You really don't have access to them. So to see KD engaging, whether it's positive or whether it's negative, I mean, it's refreshing to see, especially for a super duper star like that, who's one of the greatest of all time, honestly. To be engaging with us regular folk is cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's what social media has done.
Yeah.
It's turning you into a coach. It's turning you into a GM. It turns you into an ex-athlete. It's turned you into, everybody has, I can be this, I can be that. I got no problem. But that's what it's done. You're a jailhouse lawyer. I mean, you're a politician. I mean, it's giving you the ability, because if you got a couple of followers, it's giving you ability to voice your opinion. So you at the guy. I ain't got no problem. Listen, I can honestly say, people that I don't like or I don't agree with what they say, I don't follow them.
Right.
I've never gone, and I can say never and all and ever and never. I don't like using those, but I've never gone on somebody's page and just like try to insult them.
Right.
But people do that. And then when you light them up, would you talk to your mom like this? You're not my mom. My mom wouldn't insult me. Oh, would you talk to such and such? But such and such didn't insult me. You did. So I cut your ass up.
Right.
Oh, at FS1, is this your guy? He's not a very good representative. Oh, ESPN. Nah, don't do ESPN and don't do no FS1 now. You didn't think about my job before you insulted me. Now, if I'm walking down the street, you wouldn't walk up to me and say what you did, what you said on IG. But see, your thumbs are strong. She got thumb muscles.
I like it.
Come on, people.
But
they do.
I like it.
Look, I understand, Ocho, in this business, like, people take it too far. Yeah. Just because I say I like LeBron, that doesn't mean I hate KD or Steph or Luka or Giannis. But that's the way they take it. Man, you only eat pancakes. Why you don't like French toast? Well, damn. I like pancakes. I wanted pancakes. I ain't got no problem with French toast. I ain't got no problem with crepes. I ain't got no problem with Belgian waffles.
Right.
But see, in their minds, if you like one, you saying you're disliking
the other. Yeah.
Oh, so you like Patrick Mahomes. What Brady? You jealous of Brady? Because I like Patrick Mahomes?
That's creating the narrative.
Yeah.
Everybody does that. I mean, everybody does that.
Oh, everybody, you jealous? I'm like, okay. If that's the stance that y'all want to take, I was like, for me, actually, I have more in common with Tom. Tom was a 6th round pick. I was a 7th round pick. Tom didn't play early on, got his opportunity, made the most of it.
Right.
Got my opportunity to play, made the most of it. Why would I be jealous?
Right.
No, I'm happy for it. I've had no problems. If you go back and check my resume, I ain't got no problem giving guys credit. be it Gronk, be it Antonio Gates, be it Gonzo, be it any of them. I ain't got no problem giving nobody no credit. You great. And when guys in NBA, I'm like, hey, I'm not as great at what I did as what Kevin Durant is or whatever. But I'm okay with that.
But you're fair. You're also fair when they don't play well.
Yes.
Yeah.
But here's what people don't get is that when a lot of these athletes that I've been critical of and a lot of these people, when they see me, they say, bro, you hard, but you fair.
Yeah.
You fair.
Yeah.
That's what they tell me in private. That's all I need. All y'all that y'all yakking or you do this and you hating and you meat riding. All I know is when these guys see me, and I've been critical of football players and basketball players, when they see me publicly, they pull me to the side and say, bro, you hard, but you fair. That's why I F with you.
Yeah.
That's all I need. Coaches, owners, general managers, owners. I've had owners. One thing I love about you is that you do your homework.
Yeah.
You be on. He's like, I don't be knowing where you be getting your information from, but you be right on the money.
Right.
I've seen owners and I walk by, I've said something and they'll walk by me and that's all I need. That's all I need. Because I've done this. And another thing, y'all be in touch about Ash be telling Shannon that stuff. Y'all think he be knowing all that? Ash don't be putting nothing in my ear.
Right.
Actually, Ash can't talk to me. When she wants me to do something, she'll point to the iPad. But no, guys, one of the reasons why I went on ESPN, and we normally have researchers. The first week that I went on ESPN, and I ended up getting the job with Skip when Skip left and went to FS1, I didn't have a researcher. I did my own. They couldn't believe the knowledge that I had. I always felt all this useless information that I thought was useless, I knew it would come in at some point in time.
Right.
The knowledge that I have about track and field, the knowledge that I have about football, about basketball, about baseball, and the history of the game. I was like, man, what if they ever created a show where I would have to use all my knowledge, not just a particular knowledge? Yes, I watch because I'm not on vacation. I'm not out partying. So when things were going on, I'm watching. That's what I tell people. I'm glad I was born in 1968 because a lot of the stories that y'all be talking about, I saw it. I go back to the 84 Olympics. I remember Bird and Magic in the NCAA finals. I remember the first when it was tape delayed. Y'all can't get mad at my knowledge, can you? Damn, I thought y'all would like that I know what I'm talking about. Right. At first, man, he don't even know what he's talking about. He ain't do that. Now I know what I'm talking about. Oh, he think he know it all. Damn. Ocho, how do I win? Everybody that knows me knows, and I've said this, my favorite sport to watch is track and field.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. The World Championship, when stuff is coming on, oh, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Oh, I'm gonna watch it. I love it. I love the competition. I love the history of it. But I was like, well, damn, I thought y'all would be like, damn, man, Unc be on his game.
Oh, yeah.
That ninja think he know it all. I was like, well, damn. I don't know everything, Ocho. I know a little bit about everything, though.
Yeah. Yeah, see, the way you know your knowledge of the game of basketball and your knowledge of the game of track and field is, I'm like that with soccer. I'm talking about
I can retain information.
Going back in history.
Yes.
With soccer. Man, I sit here talk about soccer for hours and hours and hours and hours, different generations, from different generations, and football a little bit. Now I can only go with football. I can only go back so far.
But see, that's the thing. Ocho, what I've been able to do, I was able to retain information. That's what I can do really, really well. I can retain information. I'm a visual learner. And the reason why I'm able to retain so much information is because I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw the 84 Olympics. I saw the Seoul Olympics in Barcelona and Atlanta. I saw it in Athens and Sydney. So I mean, Sydney and then Athens. So I can retain that information. Football and what happened, in basketball and what happened in the history of it. If you see, I retain information. I really do. A lot of it, my sister, my grandma is like, boy, Well, why you know that? You don't think about it at the time, Ocho.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think for me, because my grandfather and my grandmother was such a big influence, and I hung on everything that they said, I just retained it all. And you know, back then, and if you're from the South, you know what I'm talking about. People didn't repeat themselves over and over. You better pay attention or they're going to knock hell out you.
Yeah.
First time thunder, next time lightning. All right, okay. Hey, you ain't got to tell me but once.
Yeah.
I'm listening. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. But I just had the ability to retain a lot of information.
Right.
And hold it. But Joel Embiid suggests he could play for Cameroon, not the USA, in the 2028 Olympics. Embiid said, it's been a good experience. It's been a grind, being away from home and family for a few weeks. But the group of guys that we've made it easy. Paris is a great city. Next one is in LA. Excuse me. It might not be with Team USA. It might be with Cameroon. Switching teams like that, it's not so easy, according to The Athletic, because he's suited up for the American side in international competition. You would need a waiver from both FIBA and Team USA to play from Cameroon.
I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening. You think the booing has gotten to him in France?
I mean, nobody likes to get booed. I think the thing is, Ocho, like, when you play a sport, you get it.
Yeah.
They only boo the good players.
Yeah, for the most part.
Now, Patriot fans are different. They're like, hey, 83, you suck. You too sharp. Hello. He on the bench. I don't suck. I'm pretty good. I don't suck. He sucks. You're right. He does.
Yeah.
But since I'm next to him, they throw me into it too.
Yeah.
But you understand, Ocho.
Oh, yeah,
like,
of course.
When you play a sport and you boo, they don't boo the guy that ain't getting off the bench.
I like it though. I mean, depending on who you are, depending on how you built, you like it. You enjoy it. You really enjoy it.
Nah, they don't boo bad players. They don't really know.